Hey guys, it's Erik here on Daily Mail FTM, and this week's topic is clothing. Clothing is kind of a person-to-person basis. Like, you can't just give a one-size-fits-all. You can't give that kind of advice and just assume that it's going to work for everybody. But I'm going to give you some advice that has worked for me, and I'm going to assume that out of 7 guys, somebody's going to have something useful for you. I actually have quite a bit to talk about. This is something that I have worked on for a while. It's been something that's kind of difficult for me because I'm short, you have the wider hips, and just that in general. Basically, I'm extremely disproportional and it makes my life very fun. Things that you can do, let's try to kind of go from like head to toe. Plaid shirts, as you can see here, are your best friend. They make you look almost completely flat, especially if you layer shirts underneath, which I understand can get kind of hot in summer months, but you can get flannels that are of a thinner material, although this one is fairly thick, and you can roll up the sleeves, and because it's plaid, you can barely even tell that the sleeves are rolled up. That can at least flatten you out. They also don't hug at the sides, so if you're more curvy, these will straighten you right out. Other things you can do, as far as sizes, I would love to praise Hot Topic especially, because their sizes for men are a lot smaller than for other stores. Like, I can fit easily into a medium in Hot Topic, but at, let's say, Walmart, I barely fit into a small. If you're a smaller person, going to Hot Topic can give you the sizes that you need. And they usually have pretty cool shirts. I've noticed that their aim has changed a lot over the years. Instead of just catering to the gothic and emo community, I guess, they're aiming more at like popular, entertainment. You'll find a lot of anime there, bands. Obviously, they've always had band merch. Anything that is very popular, so they usually have something for everybody. You can find something that you like in the size that you wear. Or if you like tighter fitting shirts, you could kind of go a size down, and it'll give you that tighter feel. Although I don't have a whole lot of experience with how those shirts fit according to your body, I am wearing one from there though, but I had bought the shirt that's underneath of this a couple years ago, pre-transition, so I think it was from a female section. You can't really tell in Hot Topic what is catered to females and males. You just grab a shirt, you say, that's cool, you buy it. They don't have... I can't tell if there is one. I'll actually show you the shirt. I cut off the sleeves, because I personally like a longer sleeve closer to my elbow like this, and their sleeves are usually like here. So they make pretty nice tank tops though. I took all of the old shirts that I had before and I turned them into tank tops. So as you can see, I did cut off these sleeves, and these work very well as undershirts. As you can see, you can just put this on under your clothes, and it'll also help flatten because you'll put this on and then a shirt over it. And the material is so thin that it's almost like not wearing it at all. I'll talk about underwear briefly in case you are uncomfortable with that. I would praise American Eagle underwear because they're a tighter fitting underwear. So if you want to wear a packer or something, they will hold it in place for the most part. They're better than, say, like a pair of loose-fitting Hanes boxer briefs or something. Pants! Pants are fun. Shorts, really, is what I'm talking about. Because when you go up to, let's say my size is a 32 waist. If I get a 32 waist pair of shorts, they're expecting the legs to be wider for the person who's wearing them. So the pant legs are wider, which means that you put on this pair of shorts and it looks like you're wearing a skirt or something, or like you are going to be swallowed by your shorts. I haven't had much luck with this just because a 32 waist apparently isn't very easy to find in stores that sell skinny jeans. Look for the skinniest fit you can find for shorts. I know, again, Hot Topic will sell you these, but the Hot Topic near my area only seems to have size 26 and 30. I can't squeeze myself into a 30, unfortunately. You go and you find very skinny, tight skinny, whatever, and when you put them on, they'll look like normal shorts, is my theory. I haven't been able to test that because they don't have my size. I would assume that it would get rid of all that extra, is that a girth? The same kind of goes for pants. The ones that I have are like straight leg. So they're not extremely skinny, but they get the job done. I kind of would have wanted to go for a skinnier leg because it would be a little more normal fit. And if you encounter jeans, like let's say my technical size that I should be wearing is like a 31 waist and a 28 to 29 leg, closer to 28. But you don't find that, so you go to the next closest size, which for me is a 32-30. That's as close as you're gonna find in a typical store. So with this extra length, you can just roll up your pant legs. And if you get darker colored pants, like mine are usually black, it's almost unnoticeable. Shoes, I don't think are gonna be a huge issue. They might be for people with smaller feet. I don't really have a whole lot of advice for you there because I have ginormous feet and they always have my size, like a 9.5 in men's. But if you're on the smaller side, try a couple different stores. I'm sure somebody has your size. Or if you really need to, go into the kids section. They sometimes have adultish looking shoes in those sections. Although admittedly it's not often. You have to go to certain stores. I would suggest maybe going for like a boot look or Converse or something. I feel like that's a all age, all gender kind of thing. Where they sell that everywhere in every size because everyone wears them. Maybe I'll talk about accessories too, because why not? It's a part of clothing, it's a part of your outward appearance that has nothing to do with your parts that are attached to your body. Right now, the only piercings that I have are these over here. So, that's not all I want. Piercings are a kind of a stereotypically masculine thing, but kind of not. It depends on where you get them. If you get studs, like up in this area, that is usually feminine. Studs here. Studs in general, if they're not in this one spot, and then there's only like one, it's usually considered more feminine. So maybe avoid studs and go for loops, captive rings, and what's this, a curved barbell? Go for loops, go for black, or maybe silver if you have a lighter hair color. I've seen it, for blondes mostly, it looks really, really good to have silver loops. And anybody with darker hair like mine, go for darker colors. I have a black one and a red one here. But things like necklaces and rings, I do wear them. Although, necklaces I wear sparingly. I don't really... Not a fan of necklaces personally. And I think, depending on what you get, they're usually considered masculine. Feminine. Chains are usually, depending on the size of the chains themselves, are considered very masculine. So if you get a larger size chain, it's very masculine. The smaller the chain, the more feminine it's considered. This is what I usually wear. It is just a necklace that my mom bought for me at a fair. Just got like a little dragon. But I usually keep this on under my clothes, so all you'll see is like the black string on my throat or something. And as far as rings, I also wear one of those. I used to have two, but that's a long story. Just a little mood ring. Try not to go with anything that has gems on it or anything like that. The thinner the ring, the more feminine it is. So basically, the bigger your accessories, the more masculine they seem. like also thicker earrings, go for maybe like a 14 or 16 gauge instead of an 18. That's usually my range, is the 14, 16. These are both 16s, but I would have preferred 14, but they're kind of hard to find. This ring, as you can see, is a lot thicker than most rings that you see women wear. It's just a band. I think if you want to also discuss makeup, I'm not the one to really talk to about that. I think as far as makeup goes, usually the only thing that you can get away with is maybe like cover up if you can really blend it in. And if you're going for the more gothic look, you could probably get away with eyeliner and like dark colored nail polish. But I know there are a lot of trans guys who do still like to wear makeup, and honestly, if that's what you like to do, do it. If you are worried about passing though, and that's more of a concern to you currently than, you know, your affiliation with makeup, then I would go lighter on the makeup. Always remember, it's your body. Don't let anybody tell you what you need to do with it. Only take suggestions if you want them. Don't let people tell you who you have to be. I don't know if this helps you at all, but I did my best. I have quite a bit of experience. I have no experience in English, let me tell you. But I have lots of experience trying to get clothes that feel comfortable, fit my body well, and bring out my personality, because that's really what clothes are for, aren't they? They're to show who you are on the inside, on the outside. I will see you all next week. Just go make yourself fabulous.